it's me, Shadow Mew, and I'm going to be doing a little deck profile of my Trunks Future Blue deck for the Dragon Ball Fusion World digital scene. So if you want to copy the code for the deck, it is going to be in the topmost comment, so go ahead and copy that if you want to play it. And also, just because I thought this would be a fun thing to do, if you have any deck suggestions, also I will highlight them and maybe even do a little gameplay with them. So let's pop into this, but first, leave, like, subscribe, comment down below. Alright. So we have the list. We have Future Trunks, whose effect is his once per turn on his awakened side is bounce a 3-drop or less, which can be any card on the field that is 3 or less, which is mostly going to be your cards, but you can get value out of it, which I will explain later on once we get into that. We have 2 Zamasus, who is a on play. Choose a 1-drop or less your opponent has and put it on the bottom of their deck. It's really great for a good going second play because it can just remove whatever they played on their turn once and, try to keep their own tempo going, such as a Ginyu or Sorbet, a Roshi, a Trunks, or even a Gohan or Goku. We have Haru and Maki, who is an insane card. This is effectively an on-play super combo, because on play you give your Trunks Future, being your leader, or the Trunks Future we're playing in the deck, a 10k, and then it combos for a 10k, making a total of 20k after you play it onto the field. It's insanely powerful. It can help you close out games or even get over big threats without having to commit more than 1 energy, maybe a little more than that. It's up to you if you choose to do that. We're going to skip over this one right now because this boy right here, very, very broken. My Future is the best ramp card in the entire game right now for accelerating into Awakening. It is on play. Add the up to the top 2 cards of your life to your hand, which is insane because that means you can awaken on turn 1 if you're going second and you happen to get 2 of it. Really good. The other effect is if you return an opponent's card to their hand by one of your effects, you get to draw a card if you have 7 or less. Now, if you have a bunch of Mize on the field, these actually equal out because they will all trigger at the same time, and you get to draw even if after the first draw you go over 7. Really good. Recommend trying to get a full play set of it. I know it's an SR. There are replacements. I will talk about a couple of those also. But for like the SRs, I understand it's not going to be everyone's easy to do. 4 Trunks from, I'm pretty sure this is the starter deck. It's just on play, draw a card, 5k combo, simple enough. Then we have Trunks Future, who is a 2-drop 10k combo for 30k, who says when attacking, put him on the bottom of the deck. This is important, as I'll state later, but he's just really hard to deal with also. Plus, he has an extra 10 over your leader, so attacking with him is extra nice, especially if you start comboing. We have 4 Trunks Youth, who is on play, add the top card of your life to your hand, and permanently during your turn, if you have 7 or less cards in hand, he gets an extra 10k boost. This makes it really easy to try to go in for big hits on dudes because it doesn't immediately update if you are over the 7 cards until you go to combo. So if they don't block it, you can sneak attack them. Really good. We have 3-drop Piccolo from the starter deck, who is on play, add any extra from your drop back to your hand. This is really good for recycling your extras that are not a specific keyword, being Earthling. You can grab back Final Flash, you can grab back Gallic Gun, and you can grab back Sinister Sickle for whatever versatile need you have to get rid of something. Really good. We have 5-drop Vegeta, 4 of it, which is on play, bottom deck any 4-drop your opponent has. Amazing. And then Double Strike. That's all you really need it for, is just a bounce to the bottom, then you swing with Double Strike. It can close out a game if you have enough combo or enough energy left over. And then we're playing 2 Goku Blacks. This is only because I haven't gotten really much of a feel for anything that's better than him right now, but I'm sure in the future we might get some cards, or I might feel a little different about him. I actually already did. Thought about switching him for the promo Vegeta, not sure yet. But 6-drop Goku Black's effect is on play. Add 1 card that is 4 or less from your drop to your hand. Now this can grab anything from a battle card to an extra card. So if you need to grab a Final Flash for next turn, or you want to grab some extra combo power, he's your man. However, when attacking, play any 4-drop from your hand or less if you have 7 or less cards in hand. Which is really good, because you can play anything like the 30k Trunks, or the Piccolo to grab an extra back also. Then we have 4 Videls because it's your super combo. We are now going to go back to the main boy that is the best card in the entire game, being Pilaf over here. Pilaf's effect is on play, if you have 7 or less cards in hand, add any Earthling card that's a 1-drop or less from your drop to your hand. That's insane, because as you can see, we are playing 1, 2, 3, 4 different 1-drop characters who are an Earthling, because Pilaf can grab himself, and we are playing 2 extras that count as Earthlings. This is basically an infinite resource loop that, because of what our leader does, your opponent can't stop it as long as you have a Pilaf in hand. Now, the extras for the things you're going to be picking up, usually with Pilaf or Piccolo, are Time Machine, which says activate main after playing it, look at the bottom card of your deck, and if it is a Trunks future that costs 2, play it. Which is going to always be this one because he puts himself on the bottom. Or, if you're feeling lucky, you can play it as your turn 1 to try to get him out and see if you even have him. That way you don't have to worry about setting it up later. Then we have Future Hope Slash, which is a 20k combo on your turn only, and return a 2-drop or less. Now this lets you do some funky things because you can even bounce one of their guys, or, if need be, you can bounce something like the Zamasu if you've played it, or the Harumaki, or any early game plays if your opponent isn't letting you awaken just yet. Granted, they're probably not going to be the one that is controlling that. We have 3 Gallop Guns because it's a 15k boost during battle, either turn, and if you have 7 or less cards after you activate it, you get to draw a card, which is just really, really good, especially if you just need a super spam combo and you don't want to use anything in your hand just yet. Final Flash, we're running 3 of this because it is if you have 7 or less cards in hand, costs 1 less, so it costs 1. Discard a card, put any 5-drop your opponent has on the bottom of their deck. This can get rid of really problematic cards such as 4-drop Frieza in yellow, which is just a 40k Bungus. 5-drop Goku, which is the main thing that keeps Gohan going because he doesn't have a cost at that point. Or I guess in red, it just gets rid of basically whatever problem card you don't want to deal with. It's really good. And then we're playing, you can't really see it, but we are playing 2 Sinister Sickles because this will bounce 2 4-drops or less on your opponent's field to the bottom of their deck. This is really good for dealing with people that are trying to go wide or people who have gone wide. Or it can just even get rid of the 4-drop Frieza on its own by itself. We will go into like the actual blue cards itself as well and just talk about a couple switches you might want to do or any tech cards you might want to try out. But this is how I play the deck. A deck code, again, I'm going to put it in the comments, so be sure to look for that. And let me go switch over to the card viewer real fast. One of the cards I think you could switch in if you don't have enough of the S-Armai is My Future. That just lets you look at the top of your deck and choose to put it on the top or the bottom. This can make it so that if you do end up finding the 2-drop Trunks, you can just put it on the bottom of your deck. She is also a bigger combo than the Trunks you already have in the deck. Not the deck, the Mai already in the deck is SR, got the 5k treatment. A little unfortunate. We do have, let's see, where is Promo Vegeta? That's not Promo Vegeta. He's here somewhere. Here he is. Promo Vegeta, which you get for 100 gems. I get it, it's a little expensive. Or if you played in the actual physical tournament, you got a promo code pack. 10k counter, 20k power. Once per turn, discard a card, give him 15k. This is really good, especially since you can just bounce him back to hand after you use him and have a repeatable 35k attacker who, if you need to, is a 10k combo. Really good for the early stages of the game, or even late stages of the game. We also have Gohan Adolescence, who is 7 or fewer cards in hand, 15k boost. He's like the promo Vegeta, but not as good, just because you don't have to discard a card, but you still need to be at the threshold. So, little bad. He's also a 5k combo. Other than that, there's not really anything else you would need to do. If you wanted to, you can run a Gotenks package, which requires you to play Gotenks and Trunks Youth. I don't recommend doing that just yet, because there is no way to reuse him efficiently. Other than that, there's not really too many other cards I would recommend. Maybe this Vegeta you get for leveling up on your account, because it's on play. Bounce a guy, but at the same time, bouncing guys to your opponent's hand isn't as good. That's why most of the effects that get rid of things are putting them on the bottom of their deck, so they do not get them back. Other than that, there's just not really much else. You can play the Bulma if you want to. Makes your next extra card that you play cost 1 less if you have 7 or fewer. Could be good. Could give you a free Future Hope Slash if need be. I don't see her being good just yet, just because of the fact red can easily out her, as well as yellow can just rest her and attack. But that's up to debate right now, currently. I think my deck, as it is pretty good. So if you want to try it out, again, deck code down below. See ya. Love ya. I hope to see you all in the future also. Comment if you want to see me try to build a deck. Or comment your own deck code and let me see it. I will try anything at this point. So see ya. Love ya. Bye.